Putting our country back on a sound fiscal foundation has to be our #1 priority. Many of our economic and policy problems stem from the debt overhang. If we don't cure it, it's terminal. It may be simple for you and me, but somehow academics and policymakers think these deficits are worth putting the entire republic at risk. I don't agree. Just glance at this record of national debt during the entire history of the U.S. Why is it just now increasing geometrically? How did our past leaders face numerous crises and manage to control it on their watch? After 200 years of relative debt stability, America suddenly forgot her pay-as-you-go history. In 1990, our debt was only $4 trillion. That seems wonderful by today's standard. Today, the national debt is almost $14 trillion, and in all probability, it will be $17 trillion by January of 2013. Washington liberals are playing Russian roulette with your country. Do we really want to find out whether the nation can balance a fragile debt pyramid at $17 trillion, or whether it actually takes $24 trillion to ruin America? Either way, they're gambling with your money, betting your farms on their fool's bet. I've always been proud to call myself a banker. I worked myself up from humble beginnings to a position of trust. Today, liberals and the media want you to think all bankers are evil and greedy. In fact, it was liberal congressmen who wrote the laws. Wall Street bond traders and academic risk mathematicians then turned national banks into casinos that failed. The bankers that I know are usually the smartest and most caring men and women in their communities. The same bunch of wrong-headed academics now populate the Federal Reserve, the Treasury, and the revolving door at the White House Economic Forum. Don't listen to their nonsense about who drove a car in a ditch. Americans deserve a nation with a sound fiscal and economic foundation that protects our families, not places them in danger. Washington currently spends almost twice what it brings in. That's the core problem. We seem to suffer from an economic flu and have a jobless recovery. I say that if you eliminate the uncertainty of just how long these liberal ideals are followed, then optimism, jobs, and growth will return. North Texas needs representation in Congress that makes changing this a crusade. Knowing it and saying it are fine. Working every single day to defeat it and turn this around before it's too late are what's needed. I'd like to apply for the job, and I don't mind the overtime.